Mom, this one's for you.
Oh!
Oh my God.
I mean, come on. Where's the crowd?
There's two reasons why I made this trip cross country. One is to see Matt Brown's offense.
Maybe this guy's setting a pick for this guy coming out, okay? Maybe we mirror from the backside, inside guy. I want us to just really play out of this.
And the second reason why I'm here is to see Ethan Walker shoot. For my money, he's the best shooter in college lacrosse, and it's not even close. He changes the complexity of this entire offense because Matt Brown's coached a lot of Canadians before, but he's never coached a stretch shooter like Ethan Walker. A lot of the Canadians can finish in tight, but he sprays the ball like Ryan Brown. Defensive teams have to play him out far. They have to respect the Steph Curry three-point range game. And you're gonna see a lot of layup type of opportunities for guys who play with Ethan Walker.
Check. See it. See it. Good spot feed. Good spot
Good
feed.
shot.
So this is an inside action drill. When the ball gets dumped down off a dodge, you got to find that space, whether it's a pick or a seal. Somebody comes off your pick or seal, you got to be able to slip down the backside pipe. You got to have your head up. You got to keep your eye on the ball the whole time. You know, it's things that happen in every possession in our game, and we got to get good at it.
Play. There you go. Good job, Ewok. Good job.
You're one of the greatest offensive minds the game of lacrosse has, and box lacrosse is an inspiration for you in regards to putting that into field lacrosse. But you're Canadian. You've always had star Canadians. What is it about a box lacrosse player that fits your offense so beautifully?
First of all, the ability to catch the ball. You know, I think that's a skill that is maybe overlooked, especially at the youth levels. But can you really catch a bad pass?
Yeah.
In box, you have to catch a bad pass. And you got to learn how to deal with playing in tight spaces. And if you go back and you look at championship weekend, the defenses are so tight. Can you make plays in those gaps on the big stage? And I believe a lot of Canadian guys can.
I look at some of the greats that have come through this program. Wes Berg, Mark Matthews, you have Ethan Walker. What is it about Ethan's game that might be a little bit non-traditional in terms of Canadian lacrosse?
Best thing about him is his ability to score. You know, mid-range to outside shots. He's without question the best shooter we've had in our program.
Ever?
Ever.
Wow. All those guys, Ethan Walker's the best shooter you ever had mid-range.
I've never had a lefty shooter, you know, on the wing.
Yeah, that's right, because Matthews was a little lower.
He was lower, he was inside.
Berg righty.
And Bergie was on the righty wing, but he was kind of he was a power forward. And all those guys kind of fit into the jigsaw puzzle that we put together, but then all of a sudden here comes Ethan Walker, and he's a lefty gunslinger.
Yeah.
And how do we fit him into the offense?
He is so different.
He's different. He's very different.
What else is out there for this kid to take his game maybe from this level to just complete elite level?
I think it's just being vocal. You know, this is him and Colton Jackson and Austin French. This is their offense now. And he's coming up with strategy. He's holding his teammates accountable. And when you get that, you know, as a coach, that's kind of the ultimate. That's when you know you got buy-in. And once you have buy-in, you can do anything.
Doesn't matter if you're the last guy in, first guy off the bench, starter or whatever. It doesn't matter. Everyone's playing their hardest. Everyone's working to make each other better right now for Saturday, all right? Let's go. Piles on three. 1, 2, 3. Piles.
Let him go. Good.
All right, you're done.
Hey.
Get up.
Yeah, good scrap, good scrap.
Give each other a fist pound. Give each other a fist pound and move on now.
Yeah, love it. You got to let him go, too.
Why do they let him fight?
It's competition, man. You want to see blood boiling. This is the time of the season where, like, the emotions and the energy, it's at the point, like, I'm sick of playing against you. I want fresh blood, and that happens all the time. That's why coaches let him go. For you, your journey starts at 3. You don't play field lacrosse until 11. Midway through your high school you go to Culver. What was the driving force behind leaving home and going to Culver?
Because I knew that if I wanted to pursue lacrosse and continue to play and hopefully make it professionally, that I needed to step out of my comfort zone and take risks. If I would have stayed at that public high school back in my hometown, I probably wouldn't be sitting here with you today. I probably wouldn't be at a school like Denver playing Division I lacrosse.
Let's look at our freshman, Ethan Walker, one of the top recruits in the country. Gets a shot off and scores. How about that? First shot on goal as a DU Pioneer, he scores.
Why did you pick Denver?
Because I knew that Coach Brown was Canadian.
That helped?
It helped a lot, actually. And I have heard of guys like Westberg, Mark Matthews, Jeremy Noble. And so I kind of wanted to be that next Canadian to, you know, kind of live on that legacy.
But you have a coach who's won 7 national titles. If you were a recruit, knowing what you know, why is this place the place to play?
Because they believed in my ability.
Yeah.
Like putting so much trust into me. If you have that, if you have coaches that are willing to fight for you and put us in the best position possible to go out and win games, I mean, you can't argue with that.
Every once in a while, it's not going to be the perfect setup where we got a crease guy to be the crash guy. Every once in a while, we're going to get a little distorted. Somebody take control. Early mind calls, early mind calls. Over top, Dan, over top. Behind you.
Now Walker with some room, that huge lefty shot to Walker. Again, that lefty shot, same result. Ethan spins around a defender, falling down.
Walker breathing fire tonight with 6 goals.
Sidearm shot and scores. He had a millisecond of a shooting window.
Shot for Walker. And that patented left hand, low to high rifle by Walker.
Low, high. Sidearm low. Sidearm high. Your top hand to me when I watch you shoot is everything. Your wrists.
Yeah.
Your bottom hand's not doing much, right?
No.
It's kind of like a guide.
Yeah, Thing is, I'm a righty, so I throw right-handed.
You're a righty?
I throw right-handed. So like this feels more comfortable to me than my left hand. I golf left, I play hockey left, I bat left, but I throw right, I kick right, I right-handed.
You know what's interesting? Do your two-handed cradle. That's your dominant strong hand.
That's my dominant hand, yeah.
And honestly, for a Canadian offensive player, your combination of how you do certain things right-handed and left-handed is deadly because your bottom hand is that much stronger.
It's stronger, yeah.
That's your dominant hand.
Yeah.
That's cool. American players like to have the one hand, right?
Yeah.
Canadian guys always have 2 hands on their stick.
I think it's just more. I think it's more control. If you have 2 hands on your stick and you're like this, I can still pass if you're in my hands. I can pop off. I'm ready to pass. If I have 1 hand on my stick and you're like this, I have to pop off and then I have to get my stick again and then throw that pass. That's just more time for the defender to get in your hands.
What's your favorite dodge?
Sweep top side. That was my go-to in high school. Sweep top side, sidearm on the run, short side high.
How many goals did you score your senior year? Don't say I don't know. Everyone knows how many goals they scored.
It was like over 100.
How'd you score most of them? That?
Sweeping top side, yeah. Power play, just outside
shots. That's an extra man in field lacrosse.
Power play. We'll keep it as power play.
When defenders and defensive coordinators make it really hard for you to get your shot, what goes through your mind, your thought process to get to space?
I try to think of ways that I can get around that. So if that means I have to push in and push out to get that space back, or if that means I have to do a little C cut and then come back out, just trying to get that separation back is really like the key and what I'm looking for to, you know, so I can get that shot in that sweet spot.
So your thought process is more like, I'll get my spot, but how I get there might have to change.
It'll change throughout the game.
All right, you're in your money spot. What are your options here?
I'm stepping right around, right like this, shooting it right off your hip, sidearm. Pulling it low, pulling it high, I can keep it at the same plane. Option 2, if the defender's playing me a little bit more top side, like this, where I can't get my stick head to get a shot around him, and he's lunging out at me like this, I'm coming top side like this, okay? Trying to get my hands free. If nothing happens, I'm banging it to the guy on the other side.
What's your third option?
Third option, again, if the defender's playing me a little bit top side, he's not letting me get the shot that I want, I'm tucking it, okay, using my shoulders as a shield, okay, and from here, when the defender is trying to run back and try and get my stick, I can bounce off, create that separation again, and now I have a shot at, you know, 5 yards at the goal.
Free up your hands.
Yeah, it frees up your hands too.
From an environment standpoint, you've been all over the country. Where do you rank this stadium?
Number one.
Number one. What do you love about it?
I mean, you step onto this field and it's like you feel like you're at home, and you have the crowd chanting your name. I mean, nothing beats that.
How do you capture the moment, not take advantage or for granted having an opportunity to play here?
Going back to, I remember my first year, we lost to North Carolina on this field. It was our first loss of the year. And that was terrible because we wanted, one of our goals for the year was to win every game at home. And so just being able to go back and remember things, memories of the good and the bad, is something that will keep me going forward.